Boy, just be yourself. If people don't like it, if you're being yourself, fuck them.
It's Big Los, and welcome to another episode of The Noize. If you haven't yet, go ahead and follow us on the big three, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Noize Podcast. And of course, follow everything Beat Network at beatnetworkonline.com. And you absolutely want to make sure you follow us on all them shits, because there's some great things coming that we are going to announce officially here on The Noize, because we finally got the official word for that thing. This is big. I'm sorry, this is big, so my excitement is like up there. Also, we do bookings for Beat Network Studios. Same website, beatnetworkonline.com/studio. Book you a session, come through the Beat Network Studios and record with the winning team. We got the best race in the city. What's that commercial that be going on in the city right now where they be talking about adding panels to the home? I'm trying to think, what is it? He's adding like solar power to people's houses. And it's so funny because they make the shit seem like your house wasn't shit before I put these panels up. He was like, come put the panels on your roof. I'm the roofer, incidentally. Give us a call. We'll put panels on your roof, add value to your home. There we go. It's dealing with air conditioning. So they put solar panels on your room to help with the air conditioning and help bring the bill down. But he has such an obnoxious tone and delivery.
It's like, if you ain't doing this, you're fucking up.
If you didn't call me to put panels on your roof, your house ain't shit. You live almost homeless. I want to add panels to your home. I'm looking like, nigga, first of all, my apartment's great. Don't just sit here and just shit on my shit just because I ain't got your funky ass panels.
Right.
So obviously I've been approaching this promotion of the studio the wrong way. So I'm going to say it like this. We are the lowest rated studio in the city of Las Vegas. Google us and Google others. Trust me. No one's going to beat the race that we have. No one's going to beat the goddamn packages that we have. I will put panels on your roof, add value to your home.
What the fuck you putting panels on the roof?
I have no clue, but somehow this all ties back in to recording at Beat Network Studios. And also we help with promo for social media. We do video for the podcasting. We do promo videos as well. We help with editing, mastering, the whole nine. We just don't do music. So no one needs to show up here asking me to help edit their album.
Yeah, we good.
Now I can do it, and I've done it before, and I did it for a long time. This is a podcast studio. This is a podcast and content studio. We don't have that equipment here.
Right, yeah.
So if you show up here and you say, I want you to edit my trash ass local nigga album, I'm going to say no, because I can't fucking do it. But I can refer you to somebody that can do it, who also has some of the lowest rates in the city as well.
Just not lower than ours.
Just not lower than ours. Well, and I don't know, his actual music recording studio rates are actually pretty lower than ours.
All he does is music, though, right?
This is true.
Okay.
This is true.
So we're winning.
He out here with the facts. Like, what? This Snapple fact real quick. Anyway, so you haven't been able to tell, I am in a great mood. I'm in a great mood because outside of this week being busy as all this shit, and I've been doing so much moving around, I'm in a great mood because the word of the day is confirmation. And in two different ways. Confirmation, because it's confirmation that all of our hard work is paying off, and we promised the ear hustlers that they're going to see a new Beat Network going forward. And also confirmation because we are officially confirmed. Let me pull up the actual title because I want to make sure I respect this thing for how big it actually is. I'm going to keep talking until I get to my Gmail account, because I didn't realize the shit just wasn't on the face like I thought I initially had.
Yeah, I was going to say, shouldn't it be on like the front?
It should be on the front, but so it was a weird situation. I used to have it on the front, and I was clearing shit out, and there's like this whole Google bubble that holds everything Google Chrome, Gmail,
gotcha.
the Drive, and all that other good shit. So I moved all that off, and my Gmail is in there. So I was like, okay, well, let me go and get back to it. But I think we've done enough talking because I finally found it. We have been confirmed for the Revolt Summit 2019 in Atlanta, Georgia. Not only have we been confirmed, this is definitely not a Comic-Con situation, ladies and gentlemen. This is a full-fledged red carpet reporter confirmation. Mm-hmm. We've been confirmed as reporters for the red carpet. The Revolt Summit by Revolt and AT&T. Just to kind of show you guys why we are so proud of this, why this is such a big deal. If you're not familiar with the Revolt Summit, Revolt, which of course is manned by Sean P. Diddy, Combs, Puff. What does he go by now? Is it Diddy?
I don't know. It's Diddy, it's Puff Daddy, it's Brother Love. I don't know. I don't know.
He's everything under the sun, so we're just gonna call him P.
Yeah.
The reason that we're so excited about this is because there's a difference between being approved for media and being approved as a reporter on the red carpet. Media is kind of one of those get in where you fit in situations, or you're only allowed to do what we assign you to do.
Right.
Getting approved for the red carpet means you're in the mix. You know what I'm saying? You actually have things going on. You can actually talk to these people. You can actually, like really get the eyes,
right?
You know what I'm saying, on the product because of the material they're going to deliver, because of this. Just to drop a few names, just to, show people why this is such a big deal. As far as the list of people that are going to be there, we have Coach K&P of Quality Control, Andre Harrell, Timbaland, JayZ, T.I., Swizz Beatz, DJ Khaled, Remy Ma, Jermaine Dupri, DJ Drama, Mona Scott Young, Brian Michael Cox, Dallas Austin, Sunny Digital, Young Jock, Moneybag Yo, Amber Grimes, 85 South, the show. Is it a podcast or a show? Because when you see it could be either or.
I think it's a podcast, but they do a lot of visuals.
They do a lot of visuals. They do a lot of live.
I know you can get on Apple Music and actually listen to them, but I think the best way is to get on YouTube because you actually get to see whatever antics they do.
Right. And that was only half the names, by the way. Still got some more. Jordan Lucas, Angela Yee, Esther Dean, The Dream, Ryan Press, Jeff Johnson, Terrence J, DJ KP the Great. Don't know who he is when I'm interviewing him. Caroline Diaz, Ebony K. Williams, DC Young Fly, B. Simone, Rico Wade, Zoe Young, Key Henderson, Justice League producers, and more. That's when you hit them with the and more.
Right.
That's when you're just like, oh yeah, this is going to be a good day. Even when you go into the actual, to the presenters, there are going to be panels there, from the Combs Cartel. That's of course Diddy, Quincy, Justin, and Christian. They have an HBCU Love, panel with, Diddy, DJ Drama, and Terrence J. So I'm pretty sure you're going to be out there doing his Q shit. They have the Making of Quality Control panel with Coach K&P from Quality Control. Then there's a bunch of after parties. There's a cast meet and greet for Revolt staff. So that includes Joe Budden, Remy Ma, Ebony K. Williams, and Angela Yee. Dog, this is the biggest event we've been approved for.
Yeah.
And again, we're red carpet reporters. I've been going back and forth with the event coordinator, exactly what all that entails. Because like I said, I don't want to run into another Comic-Con situation.
Right.
I also don't want to shit on Comic-Con because they're going to need us back after this. But this is another Comic-Con situation. This is the legit deal. I'm red carpet. As they're entering the event, they have to stop and talk to us. We are Media Row. And I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really over the moon. This is really the fruits of the labor that we've been putting in. And I can't wait to get this thing going.
It's going to be dope. It's going to be super dope.
The only thing that sucks about it, that I'm learning about this media business, is they tell you this shit the week of.
Yeah.
What was it? WakandaCon earlier this year in Chicago. They told us 2 days before the event.
Yeah.
I got this news that we were approved Saturday, I believe. Friday or Saturday. And the event starts this coming Thursday.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me shuffle some things around and let's make this thing shake. But of course, we were able to shuffle around, make it shake, which is why I didn't put out the announcement when everything was known to us, because I wanted to make sure we would be able to really be in attendance and really be able to give the people everything that they needed. Once everything was confirmed, I'm like, oh, bet.
It's in there.
Let's go ahead and talk about it. Really excited. Shout out to Revolt. Shout out to Diddy. Shout out, I'm not gonna put the lady's name out there, but shout out to the lady who has been answering my annoying emails literally at all hours. I was sending out shit at 11:39. Hey, quick question. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody, man. We are beyond appreciative and humbled by the opportunity to get out there and be in attendance for the summit and for the panels. And, really get this information across. We really can't wait to share it on our platform. We can't wait to share it with you guys, the ear hustlers, and really all supporters of Beat Network, because I did kind of put something out there that we were going to make a pretty big announcement today. So if there's anybody that, wasn't a loyal ear hustler before listening to this actual episode, welcome. Goddamn it. Welcome. We have t-shirts. Other than that, it's been a very interesting week.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting week, but also not much happened.
Not not the good stuff, I should say. So it's been a lot of controversy.
There's been hella controversy, which is what this show is here for.
Yeah, absolutely.
We live for the controversy. And this is also going to be a quick episode because it is definitely Monday, which is the day that we put out the shows. And we promised the ear hustlers that we wouldn't miss another episode. And we also promised y'all with this new date, we are going to make sure we stick with that schedule. So the show will be coming out today. So if you're hearing this right now, trust me, we recorded this earlier. I'm sorry to everybody who listens exclusively through Apple Music and iHeartRadio. For some reason, they take hours to put our shit up there, so it may not even be available till like 9 Pacific time and fucking midnight Eastern time and any time in between that. So we're sorry in advance, but trust me, this shit is going up on time. With that being said, let's go ahead and just jump into the show. Again, thank you to Revolt. Thank you for everybody for believing in us and really rooting for us to get to this place because we can only go up from here.
Yeah.
This is the new base.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good word.
I think that's a good way to put it. I think that was bars.
Yeah.
I'd call that bars. One thing I do want to say before we actually get into hot takes, it was this funny ass conversation that I saw somebody was having on social media. And it was like a legit curious conversation that they were having about this. So I guess I'm just going to ask you directly. You know, you're my boy, you're my brother. So I feel like I ask you this and know that there's no deeply rooted anything behind the case. When you're getting head, do you let them know that it's about to happen? That it's about to be the conclusion?
Nah.
You just let the shit rock?
Yeah.
What is the reaction to that?
Usually, I mean, if I'm dealing with a female, they know that that's going to be
That's about to happen?
Yeah. So just let it fly.
That's what I'm like. I'm in between. Like sometimes I'll drop sometimes I'll just drop a surprise album. Sometimes I'll do a full rollout. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about all the time. Like I feel like it's the actual situation itself that calls for it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it has been situations where that's happened, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'm done, and no surprise album drop. There's been times where a double surprise album drop.
You might get a double disc.
Right, who knows? But
you might get a Chris Brown album.
right. But no, usually it's the situation like if usually beforehand she'd be like, hey, yo, let me know. Like she'll say something. She don't say nothing, and I'm like, hey, letting it fly.
And that's the issue that I have, which is why I try to be a little more respectful with it. Like I said, if I drop a surprise album, 9 times out of 10 is going to be a 9 times out of 10 is going to be a good music 2018 rollout. You know what I'm saying? Type of album. But if I know if it's going to be a Chris Brown Heartbreak on the Full Moon, I may need to let you know, like, hey, you about to get 34 songs.
Now I will say, I mean, I may like a gesture to give it a hit, like, yo, something about to happen.
Hey.
but other than that, man, like, it just depends on the situation, I guess.
I guess this is like the reason for code words.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And from now on, I'm calling it surprise album.
but I'm curious to what the conversation was about.
So the conversation was the dude. No, I'm sorry, because it was started by a woman. She was saying that it messes up the mood, like it messes up a woman's flow when a dude announces that he's about to let off.
Stop giving head to random niggas then.
Facts.
Because if you in a relationship with this person, chances are they know the deal.
Right. You know, and that's one thing that. That's the one thing that she was saying, because there were dudes that were jumping in the conversation who, of course, was shooting a shot because she's having a whole conversation about swallowing. But there were dudes jumping in the conversation like, nah, that shit don't work in 2019. You do that shit, then it's probably the last time you're going to get some topic from whoever the fuck it was.
Right.
But her argument was women can tell when it's about to happen, which I agree with. Women can tell when it's about to happen. And when they know that it's about to happen, they'll prep for it. Either they want it or they don't. And of course, the counter argument was a lot can't. And then when it just happens, all of a sudden it's automatically offense taken. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. Or imagine saying all that with a mouthful.
Okay. So with that is, okay, I feel what they're saying. You know what I mean? If something like that, if they know what's happening, I feel where they're coming from. But my thing is, if you're doing this, what is your goal? Is your goal just to do this, just to be doing it, or is your goal to actually get the guy to do something? Because if that is the goal, then what are you complaining for? That's the part I don't get. Now, again, if you're doing it to random dudes, then I think you would probably want to know if something was going to pop off.
I'm gonna go to church if you let just random dudes drop surprise albums.
But I mean, if you're in a relationship, I really don't. I don't get it. I don't know. Hell, when you down there, I'm pretty sure the women don't say, "Hey yo, shit about to pop off."
But here's the thing: I think it's a little more because there was also like a meme that I saw on the page. I think it's a little more known with women because they'll like. All they muscles clench up and they go into full seizure mode.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
They get you in a figure four leg, lock around the neck, and it's
exactly.
a wrap.
like with us, we're not vocal. So it could be just the quickest, you know what I'm saying? Like if any sound at all, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't notice from the change in weight, and I'll let y'all be visual with what I'm talking about. If you don't notice the change in weight of what's about to happen, then it's going to be a surprise album to you.
True. Let me tell you this. A man, after dropping a surprise album in any circumstance, is by far the most docile man that you will ever meet. So if he drops this surprise album and you take offense to it, chances are he don't give a fuck.
He never gave a fuck. He probably looked at you with a stone face. Like, no matter how good it felt, he probably looking at you just dead eyed like, yeah,
I did that.
That's me. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's how you get kids in your stomach.
I mean, I guess I can feel where a woman be coming from. And my thing is like, if you're in a relationship, it really shouldn't be an issue. If you're not in a relationship, you need to go to church.
Might be time to altar call.
Yeah.
So everyone will look at you, stand your ass up. You need to stand the fuck up. Hey, but you know what? If you're also, you know,
if that's your thing,
adhering to surprise albums,
right?
Have at it. You know what I'm saying? Just know. Probably not going to be anything like official all the way down the line.
Yeah.
Like, fuck Colgate, you know what I'm saying? fuck all that shit. Trust me. I know what my teeth are getting brushed with. I don't know why that tickled me just now. All right, boom. Hot takes. So, Kev, let me tell y'all something. Kev has been Journalist of the Year because without Kev, there will be no Noize show. I have been so fucking busy. I haven't been able to look into a goddamn thing since we've been backing at it. You've been pulling all the motherfucking punches.
Yeah,
so
I try. You know me, man. I'm up a lot.
Right.
Doing nothing.
Right.
So I'll write that down.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. So where you want to start at, good brother?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a hot take. I don't. So you're gonna have to rock the hot takes out. I got an unpopular opinion. I just don't have a hot take.
Okay, well let's go over the things that you were sending me then.
Okay, well the first thing I sent you was how you. Well, I don't know if you didn't see that latest episode of The Shop, did you?
No.
Okay. Well, Kevin Hart was basically it was Kevin Hart. It was a lot of people that people tend to like take a notice to or pay attention.
I read about this.
Right.
Yeah.
LeBron was not on this show. I'm assuming he was training or something like that. Then again, I don't know because Kevin Love was on the show and CJ McCollum was on the show. So who knows what LeBron was? But
do you think CJ McCollum and Kevin Love is going to get a ring this year?
I don't think LeBron's going to get a ring this year.
He's working for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if I'm going by that same logic, Kevin Love, okay, fine. You probably ain't gonna, you know what I mean? But CJ McCollum, you got a good chance of getting there. And if y'all get Kevin Love like the trade y'all talking about, then who knows? But anyway, it was Kevin Love, CJ McCollum, Charlamagne the God, Kevin Hart, LilNasX. I think it was one more person.
Weird collection of people.
It was a weird collection of people, but it was very insightful. This was already when the show came out, I was like, oh, it's going to be 30 minutes. It's kind of whack. You know what I mean? I would love for it to go longer. But this is one of those episodes where I would have loved for it to go longer. Mm-hmm. But basically, Lil Nas was talking about, you know, how he came out and so on and so forth. And none of the guys in there were like bashing him or nothing like that. You could tell Kevin Hart was drunk. Mm-hmm. You can tell he was drunk. He had that glossy look in his eyes. He was talking. That was a Kevin Hart show. Right. That was a Kevin Hart show. But when Lil Nas came out and said what he said, Kevin Hart was just like why? I get it. The way he said it probably wasn't the best way. His tone and why he said it wasn't the best way. Right. But what he was saying was like, bruh, nobody cares that you gay. Like, it's 2019. We don't give a fuck. That's more or less what he was saying. And then he followed it up by kind of saying that exact thing. Like, yo, you shouldn't have to feel this way because of X, Y, and Z. But naturally, people took offense to it.
honestly, had it been anybody else but Kevin Hart, and if the tone was different, it wouldn't even have been a story.
I believe that. My issue becomes he didn't say nothing foul, and if you actually watch the episode and not just a little clip, then you would see his context before he said that and after showed that there was no type of malice in what he was saying. Mm-hmm. The issue for me becomes, as we all know, Kevin Hart was in a recent car accident.
Right.
Now, again, if you've seen that car, I don't know how the hell they walked away from that.
Broke his back in 3 places.
He did. He need to talk to me because I can help him out with that. But but again, just by the way the car looked. I mean, just to say you broke your back in 3 places and seen that car, you came away pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
But I started seeing from the gay community, oh, this is what you get.
Yeah.
For saying, you know what I mean? And I thought that was really fucked up. Only because, partially because, hey, you shouldn't wish that on nobody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Regardless on what your feelings about that person is. You know what I mean? That's just another person. If he did have some type of malice towards Lil Nas or gay people in general, that's his opinion.
Right.
He don't stop you from doing whatever it is you're doing. That's just his opinion. So for you to sit there and say, damn, you deserve that car accident or whatever the case is, that's foul. How can you sit there and preach that you want to be accepted and we shouldn't have to go through this as being who we are, but then you tell a man that because you said this, mind you, he didn't say nothing foul. He should be in a car accident. This man got kids.
Right. He has
a wife. You know what I mean? Like come on, that's foul. He has people that depend on him. That's foul. So I think, honestly, I'm gonna just come out and say it. The gay community foul for that.
No, absolutely. And I agree with you tenfold. Do I think it's the entire gay community feeling that way? Absolutely not.
Nah.
But the ones that are being so vocal about it, and then I've been seeing a lot of people mask it like, oh, it's just jokes, like how Dave Chappelle said, like it's a completely different situation because had he died, let me actually stop there, because had he died, it probably still would have been said,
right?
Because people's feelings outweigh, mortality. You know what I mean? And like I look at it like this. If we find out Cosby got jumped in prison or got raped in prison, I'd be like, yes, that is literally his karma coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To take effect. If I found out he got killed in prison, I'd be like, that's fucked up, but it was expected. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to wish death on the man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I wish him the worst time. Mm-hmm. I wish him the worst time, absolutely. But I'm not going to wish, I'm saying, that this man be killed. I understand, what Kevin Hart has done. I understand that, he made comments. I understand he cheated on his girl. Like, I get all of that. But for these feelings to be how they are, they need to be universal, because you wouldn't say that to the dude that ultimately, even though Bobby Valentino's career was over, you wouldn't say that to the dude that pretty much tried to ruin Bobby Valentino by taking video of him running out of his hotel room butt naked, because him being a trans person. A trans woman, there we go. I can't remember which way he was going. With him being a trans woman, you wouldn't say that if something was to happen to him, oh, that's what he get because he tried to ruin another man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like
there are people that when they are in these kind of situations who end up taking their lives instead of causing harm to that person, they end up taking their lives out of pure embarrassment. Mm-hmm. Because
actually, I apologize for not remembering this person's name, but that was actually a recent case because I remember it was trending.
Black guy.
Yeah, he was dating a trans person and was getting bullied, teased, all that stuff, so he took his life. That shit is unfortunate. It shouldn't happen.
And I also read with that, he was getting bullied by trans people too.
Exactly. That shit shouldn't happen.
He was getting bullied, oh, you like boys and all this other stuff. And it's weird. And I think that's my major issue. Like I said, I don't have a problem with trans. I don't have a problem with any of the LGBTQ. I don't like that it's weaponized.
Yeah.
That, to me, that's not bringing forth equality. I understand that, 50 said it himself, respect comes from admiration and fear. Mm-hmm. I don't like the fact that it's just rooted in fear.
Yeah, it is. It is. Cause now we're to the point where can't say nothing about it, can't have an opinion about it. You can't, even if it's true, can't say nothing about it, can't do nothing.
Everyone can have an opinion about us.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like I said, I just don't like the fact that it's weaponized. Mm-hmm. I think that's my major issue. Like that's not equality.
No,
that's
it's not.
Damn near a dictatorship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even gonna go down that route. But all I'm saying is, I don't think you accomplish equality by weaponizing your cause.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You legitimize it. Which you know what I'm saying? I won't say they were. They are on the path of doing it. But the voices that are speaking louder and being heard and are more popular are the ones that's weaponizing it. And that's just what I don't get.
Mm-hmm. Me personally, I think by it being weaponized, I think that in turn is going to make things harder for him in the long run. Because eventually it's going to be like, you know what? We understand you guys' plight. We are moving at our pace to get there, but now y'all keep attacking us about whatever we're doing that's not rooted in you guys' cause. So now the people that are against it are going to be like, okay, now it's really fuck you because we're tired of you doing X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like eventually it's just going to get worse.
And just to speak up again, he said the people that are against it.
Yes.
He didn't say people. He said people are against it because everyone's going to jump completely past the part that you started off with.
They can. I want to smoke. I'm bored.
But yeah, I've had that argument on this show before. I feel like it's too much generalizing
Exactly.
of certain things. Like that's how you turn allies into enemies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can only say fuck me to my face so many times, but then go behind the scenes like, hey, but I'm glad that, you know, you pull me out the fire every time I'm in the fire. I appreciate that. Hey, but fuck you though, since everyone's looking. Like there's only so many times you can, you know, shit on an ally like that.
You can't piss on somebody and tell them it's raining.
Exactly. You can't. There's no way for it. But yeah, I agree. I don't think he said anything wrong. His tone and delivery is what fucked him up the most.
Yeah, and that partially because the nigga was drunk.
Because absolutely, and also because he's Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
because anyone else could have said it, and I think the tone would have still rubbed people the wrong way, but it wouldn't be as much backlash.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Dealing with
I
it,
agree with
people
that.
wouldn't feel as if like if CJ McCollum got into a car accident before that shit came out, there wouldn't have been no. That's what CJ. It would no correction. It would have been there because that just doesn't stop certain people.
True.
It would have been there, but it wouldn't have been as loud as it is right now.
True.
Same thing with Dave Chappelle. I remember when we did our show and we were talking about Sticks and Stones, which you even mentioned it's in the fucking title. It's called Sticks and Stones. It's literally was set up to tell you these are words, these are jokes. After everything had happened, that's when you started seeing the reports. Like I saw Vice told people don't look at it.
Oh yeah, I seen Vice. I was like, I commented on it. I was like, y'all some goddamn fools.
I think it had like a 0%, and this is where it's crazy. 0% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes is
99% viewership.
Yeah, well,
percentage.
I'm noticing Rotten Tomatoes somehow, some way, somebody has infiltrated Rotten Tomatoes because they're starting to give a lot of reviews, positive reviews for. I don't even know the proper term to call these people, but like for instance, for example. 0% from Rotten Tomatoes, but a 99% viewership. But another comedian another white female comedian that I wouldn't say is liberal or conservative. I don't know, but she got crazy Rotten Tomato views, but her viewership, audience viewership was like down, and they were telling people go watch that instead of this. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But they've been doing that for years.
Yeah, I'm about to say they've always been that way.
So I don't know, but either way they're foul because, like you said, it's jokes.
I never go off of Rotten Tomatoes. I'm actually about to pub somebody, so this is free smoke for him. Jeremy Johns on YouTube. I agree with him 99% of the time, and he even reviewed Sticks and Stones, and he said the same thing. We said like, dude, they are jokes.
And not only are they jokes, but after the joke, in that brief minute or two after the joke is being said, he doesn't double down on it. He makes people think about it like, yo, this shit is stupid.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he said when he said at the end of the end of the special, he was talking to the trans woman and telling her like he hope he didn't offend her and so on and so forth. And she was like, well, when you make a joke about R. Kelly, they say you're normalizing him, but when you make a joke about us, they don't say that.
Right.
He didn't have to tell us that. He didn't have to say it. He could have just said, yo, she was cool with it, so I just let it rock. He didn't have to say that, but he said the joke and then in turn said this like, yo, think about what's going on. Right. Yeah, these are jokes and I'm here to make whoever laugh, but think about how stupid this is that we're doing this. I think that's the difference on what people is not really paying attention to. They're just paying attention to the jokes and not what he's saying after it.
They're not even paying attention to the jokes. They're paying attention to the social media outrage. They're paying attention to the smoke. Everyone wants to be woke, but they don't want to work woke. Yeah. So it makes more sense that if this is going to put me on the right side of history, let me jump into this conversation. Oh, I'm disgusted. I couldn't finish it. This, that, and the third. But you can finish other jokes.
Mm-hmm.
If
it was your boy saying a joke, probably wouldn't have no issue. I mean, he's not as good as Dave Chappelle, but probably wouldn't have no issue. I'm pretty sure you've heard racist jokes before.
Absolutely.
I've heard racist jokes before and laughed my ass off.
Bill Burr is my favorite white comedian. It's Bill Burr, then Schultz. Bill Burr doesn't give a fuck. Bill Burr jumps right into the shit. But the thing I like about Bill Burr is before he touches on anybody else's race, he shits on his own. Like he had this hilarious joke to where he said he was dating a black woman. And he said, you wonder why black women don't age? It's lotion. He said I was dating this black chick, and she gets out the shower and she starts slathering herself with and I can't do the joke justice. I'm kind of just walking through it. And then she told him, cause he said he was like you're preparing yourself to get in the oven or something like that. And she was like, no, people get ashy. You get ashy. And he was like, I've been living for so years. I've never seen ash. He said she took his arm and slid right across. He said, and all this dead skin and particles started falling off. He said, holy shit, I'm ashy. So it's like, he takes shots at everybody.
Yeah.
So I feel like if it's comedy, no one is safe.
Yeah. That's how comedy should be.
Like, is safe comedy really what people want? Like, another situation I want to give.
I don't think nobody likes Amy Schumer.
Oh, nah. Not at all.
I think she does safe comedy, right?
But I think Amy Schumer's already been knocked off.
But I'm saying that example, like, she does, to my knowledge, safe comedy, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't work, obviously.
It doesn't hit. That's
what I'm saying. Like, come on.
Like, another situation, I agree with this woman tenfold. I think weaponizing certain things takes away from the battle. I say that to use the example with Lizzo. Mm-hmm. Lizzo is, like, she's pissed because, granted, she's getting a lot of love. Mm-hmm. And again, I want to shout out Lizzo as well. Nigga, she got an Apple deal.
She's killing shit.
Like, she's killing shit off of one single that came out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Lizzo. But you got all these media people who are trying to be on the right side of history and act like they're woke, saying she's so brave to live the lifestyle that she lives. And Lizzo said, I'm not brave, I'm sexy.
Or I'm just being me. You know
right,
what I mean? Like,
I'm sexy and I'm being myself. I'm not, the reason that I do this is because I live out loud and this is who I am.
This is who I am. I'm not doing
that
this
doesn't
for
make
y'all.
me brave.
Right.
That makes me me. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with her tenfold. Like, why is it that if a woman her size or any big woman, like, why does it have to be in, and this actually is about to revert back to Kevin Hart, funny enough. So watch how I work this. It's crazy because if you're living your life, mm-hmm. And we're trying to normalize certain things, it shouldn't have to be specified as brave. It shouldn't have to be specified as, oh, you're this, you're that. Listen, if the woman is attractive, let her be attractive. Right. If the woman want to twerk, let her twerk. She want to twerk half naked, let her do all that shit. Because guess what? We got Meg Thee Stallion doing it. Mm-hmm. We got City Girls doing it. We got Saweetie doing it. Mm-hmm. Nicki done did it for a decade. Cardi's doing it. Cardi came from being a stripper. Like, if that's what Lizzo want to do, let her do it.
Exactly.
It's normal. She's a woman. She's a beautiful woman. Let her do her thing. That don't make her brave. Like, the fuck?
Exactly.
And the one funny Amy Schumer joke that I've ever heard was on the commercial for her special on Netflix. Where she said,
in commercials, they give you the highlights too.
Exactly.
That's bad.
They give you the good shit. And she said, shit, the last thing you want to hear when you're walking outside in a bikini is brave. And that's true. That's real. That is super real. Because it's the last thing you want to hear when you're living your life the way that you've lived your life. Somebody's like, oh, you're so brave.
Why am I brave?
The only place where I see it being brave is for the homosexual community because they're getting killed for being homosexual.
Right.
Now, where this reverts back to Kevin Hart is with the stance of asking why. How he asked it, I don't agree with it because again, tone is everything. You can set motherfuckers off.
And he probably would tell you, he probably like, yeah.
I should have reworded that. Yeah. But as far as where he was going, we've talked about it before. This is a society that we're supposed to accept everybody, every race, creed, and color. Mm-hmm. This is what Martin Luther King was, you know what I'm saying, was really walking for. It shouldn't be a situation where, you know, I'm gay, you have to accept it. It's just you should be allowed to just be you because it needs to be accepted.
Exactly.
Nobody like black people, you know what we go through. Nobody's going out saying I'm black. Black women, you know what they're going through. Nobody's coming out, I want to come out as a black woman. Like if the society can be accepting of all of these marginalized communities, the LGBTQ community should be just as accepted. Exactly. It shouldn't be weaponized.
And then to cap that off, whether they gay, trans, whatever, why are you worried about who they're sleeping with, who they're in a relationship with? You're not in a relationship with either one of them. Why are you worried about it?
Don't make me shit.
Exactly.
Fuck, don't make me come.
Like why are you worried about it?
Doesn't make me drop an album. That's the new way to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So in that aspect, like I said, tone, I get it. Meaning, reasoning behind it, I agree. I don't think it should be a situation where There has to be a full blown announcement because we never got an announcement from RuPaul. We never got an announcement, and forgive me for not remembering his name, but the media guy that was on the red carpet in a tux dress
recently.
Yes, and there was so much shit dealing with that. Like, these people never came out; they just lived their truth.
Right.
And guess what? They're bigger for living their truth compared to the celebrities that have come out.
Yep.
Just live your truth.
That's really what it is.
I feel like there's a lot more, inside of that, just living your truth. Mm-hmm. If you want to talk about coming out, come out to your parents, come out to your family. These are the people that need to know what it is that you identify as, because you're going to need that ally, because this world sucks. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need that person to have your back. But when it comes down to the world, who gives a fuck what the world thinks? Just living your truth.
Exactly. It's really simple and plain. I don't know why society makes it hard as it is.
Because it's weaponized.
I think even outside before it was weaponized. Right now, within the last, we can say 3 years, we can see that it's been an influx of, social media has been an influx of that type of talk that everybody's seeing. You know what I mean? Everybody's privy to it. Prior to social media, we were really, I don't say we, but society was really killing people because of who they wanted to be and who they wanted to sleep with. Right. Why does it have to be that hard? Right. Growing up, my mother, I forget what happened, but something happened, and I was a kid, obviously, and I was like, it's just not fair. And my mother, she looked at me, she was like, baby, life isn't fair. And right when she said, I couldn't say nothing back. That was what it was. I think like a day or two later, I thought about it. She's right, life isn't fair, but it doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be.
We can control all that. Everybody on this face of the planet can make it fair. Mm-hmm. And we choose not to, and that's the part I truly don't understand.
Absolutely. What's so crazy is that we literally just spoke on behalf of the LGBTQ community living their life and living their life out loud. And I guarantee you, after saying that, what Kevin Hart was saying, we agree. Everything we said after was wah, 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 wah.
Hey, like I said earlier, I'm bored. I want to smoke.
All of the smoke.
I'm bored.
I got shit to do. Sit it's
I'm bored. Shit.
Next hot take, even though we can kind of run that one for a little bit. Next hot take, we talked about JayZ's comments about saying that one of the reasons that black men are accosted and killed by the police is because of the lack of the black male influence in the home.
Right. Which I completely disagree with.
Yeah.
I don't agree with. I get what he was trying to say.
I don't even get that.
I get that because it sounds like what he was trying to say was because black families don't have that male influence in the home. There's only a certain level of respect that a teen male is going to give their mother. Right. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is, the way how we're brought, the way the world is right now. That's just the way it is. Not saying that we don't respect them, but that's just the way it is. And I'm pretty sure as you get older, you start to respect them a lot more.
Honestly, it's because the world sucks. You get to it because I'm hopefully let me know if I'm going too far. As a black man that was raised by predominantly a black woman, you were in a position where only thing you knew was your mother. Right. So this was the hierarchy. Once you got to a place where you saw how the world viewed women, that didn't change how you felt about your mother, correct?
That's true.
There are people who let how the world perceives women, how the world treat women, and then they're like, wait, I don't have to listen to you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. To double down on that, I agree with everything you're saying, but I think when adolescent males do get to a certain point, they do see how the world works. Doesn't change this. Well, it shouldn't change how they view their mother, but it starts to put in your head like, yo, she's only going to be able to do so much.
So much, right?
She can teach me how to be a person, but she can't teach me how to be a man.
Right.
She's not. You know what I mean? Like I think he was trying to say like, yo, if there was a lot more male input within the home, then there might be a level of respect. So when you are approached by police or whatever the case is, there might be a level of respect you give them. My issue with that is they not giving us that same respect. That's number one. Number two, you can come from a 2-parent home. That don't mean shit.
Right.
I grew up predominantly with my mother. I did have a quote unquote stepfather. I call him my stepfather, but so it's technically, you can say it was a 2-parent home, even though it was a 1-parent home. He still showed me a little bit, but that didn't change the fact that when I was first approached by the police, that it wasn't no disrespect. And I was being respectful because I was taught, when they come around, you have to do X, Y, and Z. I would do X, Y, and Z and still get shitted on, so to speak. So you grow up thinking like, it don't matter how much respect I give to them. this is going to be the reaction period. I can count on one hand how many times I've been approached by the police and a police officer was cool as fuck. And I don't mean cool as in he let me off or whatever I was doing wrong or something like that. I mean the way he talked to me and the way shit was, he was cool with it. You know what I mean? The way, even if he gave me a ticket, he was like, look, the one of the tickets I got, I was completely, shouldn't have been driving this car. Shouldn't have been driving this car. I was on my way to work. Shit wasn't registered. I shouldn't have been driving this car. He gave me a ticket. But the way that they talked to me and told me how to handle X, Y, and Z was cool. Because if it had been anybody else, they would have been like, they would have had me out in the car. Hey, let me search your car because I ain't having no registration. Not doing shit but going to work. Hell, the time I was on we had to have a guest in for the show. I was on my way home and I got pulled over and taken to jail.
Yeah.
On my birthday. Like, come on. And I probably gave due more respect because it was my birthday and I'm on my way home. Didn't work. So I don't agree with what JayZ was saying. I kind of understand what he was trying to say, but how he put it, and I think he's smarter than that. No, I don't agree with that.
It doesn't change in the least bit. When I had my situation in San Francisco and I had to beat up that little skinhead motherfucker, that was a great day. The fact that all the witnesses were telling the cop, I could hear him through the paddy wagon. They're telling the cop that man was defending himself. He accosted him. He you know what I'm saying? It was damn near premeditated on the fucking skinheads approach.
Right.
And they went and and I was in that fucking paddy wagon for 30 fucking minutes. I will never forget it because I was mad late to class. And that's when they finally came. And then when they got into my paddy wagon, they started asking me questions. I said, let me ask you, did you talk to him first? Why does that matter? I said, 'cause I've been sitting here for a very long time and I heard people out there talking to you and then you guys are just not coming in here. So did you get their story? Did you get his story first or did you get my story first? Well, sir, when we approached, you looked like the aggressor. I said, yeah, but
how do I look like the aggressor?
Oh, I was whipping his ass. I was beating the fuck out of him. But that's what I'm saying. In that aspect, I quote, look like the aggressor, quote, fingers. However, you have about 40 people outside who obviously sat and they world start this shit. Sitting outside like, no, he was defending himself.
Right.
He shouldn't be in there. He was defending himself. And then there was one, and I remember hearing, obviously I'd never seen the lady, but there was this one distinct lady that I actually didn't even think was a white lady. She was like, in this country, when it comes to defending yourself, it's blah, 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 blah. She was rattling shit off. And I was just like, they are defending the fuck out of me. But then it just surprised me. I'm like, a cop has still not come in here to get my story
exactly.
Yet.
So do you think that would have changed if you
and I was raised by both of my birthdays.
Prime example. Do you think that would have changed anything then?
No,
it doesn't matter. So when it comes to JayZ saying this stuff, I'm like, Jay, you're supposed to be smarter than this. We assume you're smarter than this. Now, they say the clip was old. I didn't watch the clip. I just heard it. I don't know who he was talking to, if the clip was old or not. Under my assumption, he was talking to the NFL people. Now, it's a problem with that because if you're going to say this, you know what I mean, thought about whatever the case is, if this is what you're going to say out your mouth, you shouldn't be telling this to the people in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Now, it'd be different if he was talking to maybe another black reporter or another reporter in general. But to the NFL, nah. I don't think that was the right move. And then, I don't know if you've seen the reports, Rock Nation and the NFL were both giving $200,000 apiece to this nonprofit organization. Now, I don't know what this nonprofit does, but they got heat because they were cutting off people's dreads.
Yeah, and posting it.
Yeah, like
I saw that.
Now, whether the person is volunteering to have their dreads cut off or whether you feel like, yo, we need to cut these off, whatever the case is, that's something that you shouldn't be broadcasting because of the climate we're in now. People can't go to school or they get kicked out of school because of their hairstyle.
Right.
I know I've seen them. I don't know if you've sseen them. Schools have put up bulletins. If you have these hairstyles, these are not required in our schools.
Exactly.
How the fuck you tell me how I have my hair?
Remember how the hospitality business used to be out here?
Yeah.
You couldn't have dreads.
Yeah.
You couldn't have a beard. You couldn't have a goatee. You had to have just the mustache.
Just the mustache, yeah. I'm like, how do you tell me how do I control something that comes out of naturally? Exactly. Like it's stupid. It's stupid. So for them to be doing that, the company to be doing that really wasn't. It was tone deaf.
Oh,
and for Jay, I mean, I can kind of the NFL. They're fuck them. They're gonna do whatever. But for Jay, come on, dog. You better than this.
Yeah.
So like on our last episode, we was like, I still believe we gotta wait and see. But on paper, it does not look good.
No, absolutely, and I agree. And that's what I was just about to say. Jay is either the Trojan horse,
right,
or whatever Kanye left in his bottle. Jay was like, that shit do look,
let me have a swig.
It was pretty thirst quenching.
Right.
Let me see what this
swig.
is about. Because this is a complete 180 from the Jay that we've known. from the philanthropist JayZ. You know what I'm saying?
I will say, I know this is completely backtracking. Hot take. Kanye West going to start a cult.
Oh, absolutely. He already has.
He's gonna start.
Yo,
I think he bought like he spent some millions on like some land out there.
You know what's funny? Look. You are reading my fucking mind because before we came here, I just saw some shit on a Facebook, and Kanye was like, "Watch this. This is my city. I love my city." And he's literally parting people like the Red Sea. Kanye really think he's Jesus. He started his own church.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Ultimately, he's buying land.
Yeah.
Listen. Last time I saw this was a fella named Jim Jones, not of the Diplomats. Y'all need to watch Kanye ass.
He'll have y'all drinking the MAGA Kool-Aid.
I'm telling you, in a cool little minute.
MAGA Kool-Aid probably is bitter.
It's bland.
It's bitter.
They probably use salt instead of sugar like I did with Tricks.
And it's still too spicy. Wait, what?
Oh, I never told you that story?
No.
Oh, nigga, there's a reason I don't eat Trix cereal anymore.
Because it's gross.
Quick story time from Los. So back when we were like poor, and living in Section 8 housing. Actually, we were in the exact same apartments when the Northridge earthquake hit. Let me tell you something. This was a rough time. We were in this shitty ass apartment complex, and it was a studio apartment, and it was me, my brother, and my mom all living in this one fucking room. Me and my brother sharing a twin bed. Obviously, we're kids because I can't even fit in a twin bed now.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I fit in a twin bed.
But we used to get, they used to send, sugar and salt and stuff like that. But they would only come in like this box. Unlabeled ass box. So one day I'm eating Trix and I'm a kid, so I'm like, Trix is sugary. I need more sugar.
Right, I've done that before.
I need to make sure when I leave, I'm like,
I put sugar on in that Cheerio, but that's
right. I'm a kid. I put sugar on sugar.
Right.
So it was what I look like I do now. But anyway, I'm like, cool, boom, boom, boom. We're kind of rushing or whatever, and I grab one of the unlabeled boxes and I pour it in. I take one bite. And immediately it was salt. I put so much salt in my Trix cereal.
That's disgusting.
And I tried having Trix after that, like 2 or 3 years later. And mentally, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm like, dog, I don't like seasoned Trix. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But, I say all that to say that, I don't even know how we even got on that story, so I can't even say I say all that to say.
We're really talking about JayZ and all his...
Right. Well, no, I was just going to jump back into that. Yeah, like I say, it's either a Trojan horse or he's drinking the same Kool-Aid as Kanye, which is, I don't see how you come out. Like, the only way he can come out of this at this point is whatever it is he's planning.
It has to be big and it has
to be so big that even the motherfuckers that were like, yeah, we got JayZ be like, wait, hold on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be so huge that shit gonna switch up or it has to be capped.
Yeah.
That's I don't see how this is gonna come out. So yes, it's looking very, very shaky. And like we said, as we see more shaky shit happen, we're gonna talk about it on the show as we're doing right now because we're men of our word. But I still want to see what the fuck happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it just doesn't make sense.
That's why I'm like, we gotta wait to see. But on paper, Jay, man, look, it's not looking good
right,
for you.
Paper, nigga,
don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna bump the Black album.
Yeah,
but on paper, it don't look good.
I still bump late registration.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's just not getting my streaming dollar.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that to Jay, but damn it, if you give me a reason.
Well, no, I'll give him the streaming dollar only because I don't think he really needs a streaming dollar. You know what I mean?
I know my dollar ain't gonna change.
Yeah, I know my dollar ain't gonna change nothing. But Jay, come on, dog. Like, you better than this. You better than this.
You're gonna have to expose whatever your plan is, like, soon.
Yeah.
Now, granted.
Well, no. I won't say you gotta expose it. Because if you expose it, it can't work. You gotta do it. Whatever it is, you gotta
you gotta speed up productivity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So that's an interesting situation. I still want to see what happens to get this played out. Like I said, we're going to make this a quick episode. We got to try to get to see you guys before Monday is over. So with that being said, unpopular opinion, cue the theme.
Is there a theme?
Yes, it's actually it's the Law and Order Doom Doom.
Oh, okay.
Which has just happened. So we didn't hear it, but they heard it.
Oh, okay.
We got to get our drops back. I'm going to start putting it on the drops. So I got to go behind it and editing. So my unpopular opinion, and this is where people are going to start listening in again, where all the womp 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 Charlie Brown adult talk goes away because we're going back on their favorite subjects. Malik Yoba recently said that that he would date a trans woman. And my unpopular opinion is I don't think this is something that, one, needs to be announced.
True.
And two, that needs to be forced on everybody. Because I look at, if we're, this goes back to the conversation of weaponizing. if we're supposed to look at this as society, then what happens in society? Women don't want to date short dudes. Women don't want to date fat dudes. No one wants to date an ugly person. You know what I'm saying? If we can have that preference of what we want to date, why should I be in a position to be like, you know what? I want a trans woman.
Right. Yeah. Why does it have to be broadcast? You shouldn't have to do that.
Like I feel like it's weaponized to the point where if someone says, would you ever date a trans woman? And I respectfully just say no.
No. But now you're transphobic.
Now all of a sudden I'm transphobic. But if a trans person says, do you want to date a natural born man, or would you want to date a trans woman? Would you want to date a trans man that used to be a woman? And they say, I would much rather date a trans man.
That's their preference.
That's their preference. And it's not going to go anywhere. I don't think it's a situation where in order to be accepting, you have to go about that way.
Exactly.
I say it all the time. And honest, I'm going to be all the way real with you. Before I make these comments, I always consult with my gay and my trans friends. Let me know if this is tone deaf. Let me know if this is disrespectful to your community. And because all my friends are assholes, they're like, no. So that's why I feel comfortable when I come on these shows and I say these things. I think eventually we're just going to get like JoJo on here for him,
that'd be dope.
For him to just, look, y'all got to chill. But I consult with these people and I talk to them before I bring it to the airwaves because I know as a heterosexual man, you're not going to want to hear it.
Right.
So I consult with these people and it doesn't make sense because if the LGBTQ community doesn't like Christians telling them it's Adam and Eve, they don't want to date someone of the opposite sex or, or whatever the case is. And there's no problem with that. Why is there a problem with me not wanting to date a trans person?
Because you should be accepting to everyone, Lord.
And I am accepting. I accept everybody. It doesn't stop me from being cool with them. It doesn't stop me from, sharing a blunt with them. None of that.
I know you're accepting, but listen to what I said. Because you should be accepting. You, not them. You should be accepting.
This is true. And I don't know. It's just annoying. Like I said, Malik Yoba, do you? He's actually a frat brother. And again, I don't care if you date trans women. Do your thing. I don't care. I just don't think that this is a mindset that everyone needs to have because if someone can't even swallow their pride enough to date a short guy or they can't swallow their pride enough to date a big woman, why do you care that I don't want to date a trans person?
Exactly.
That doesn't make me transphobic. That means I don't want to date a trans person.
That's my preference.
At the end of the day, and now I'm going to respect them, do whatever the case is. I've told this story plenty of times. I think I told it on the show. It's been 3 years of this show. We kind of running, but I used to bounce at 3 nightclubs back in Ohio, and the dude owned a strip club, a nightclub, and a gay club. And one of the nights I was working at the gay club, and this one gay doorman was doing his best to hit on me. I mean, he was just throwing that. And I remember there was a conversation that said, they were saying black men don't understand boundaries until a gay person is hitting on them. And I was like, if this is what women feel like, then respect. You know what I'm saying? But I was never uncomfortable like, oh my God, you gay dude.
Right.
I was just like, nah. But then I think about when I'm getting hit on by a woman I'm not attracted to. And I'm just like nah. You know what I mean? Like it was the same kind of discomfort, but he never felt disrespected. I just kept it real like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not attracted to men. That's not my thing. I'm not gay. You know what I mean? Just kept it at that. Kept it respectful. Still worked with that man for another year and a half. And it was all good. But I feel like if that would have happened in 2019, 2018, even 2017, when did everything start going left? 2016. We'll say 2016. If I said that in 2016, I'd have been fired.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because for some reason that now makes me homophobic because I didn't want to entertain this gay dude. Actually, everything kind of lines up because I actually saw
you're homophobic if you don't want to entertain a gay dude, but you're gay if you do entertain
a gay dude, right?
So you damn if you do, damn if you don't.
I saw this meme coming up, and it all ties into the stuff. Somebody said that having a gay or a trans person attracted to you is like having a lot of money in foreign currency. Like this is absolutely useless. But damn, if I go to Mexico, I'm a ball. And that was the realest shit. I was like, yeah, like your attraction to me means nothing to me. But if I ever were to be gay, I'd be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But again, at the same time, like I said, I don't care.
Yeah. That's
like
really what it is.
You know what I'm saying? You do you, I do me, and we all can be respectful and be friends. I remember
exactly.
I remember being in the Bay, And this was the one and only time. Only reason I say one and only time because I say all the time, a lot of the things that society is talking about, I'm not exposed to. I'm not exposed to black men disrespecting black women. I'm not exposed to homophobic and transphobic comments.
Right.
I don't, that's not my circle.
Right.
So the one time I was actually exposed to it was I was in the Bay and I was smoking with a classmate of mine who, and out of respect, I don't want to call him trans. I'm just going to say he's from the community because I don't know how he identifies, but we were smoking with each other. And there's obviously you have me and then you have this guy who's sitting here in his blouse and all this other stuff. And we were just smoking, having a full conversation. And this dude, you know, that I was classmate with, but wasn't necessarily friends with.
I get it. Y'all was in the same class, but y'all ain't fuck with each other.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It was like we'd exchange pleasantries, but it was never really like, oh, this is my homeboy or anything like that. He was like, you a bold dude for smoking with that F word. And I was like, dog, you gotta fucking relax. Like, what are you talking about? Like, chill.
Why did you need to say that?
Unnecessary information.
And if you did need to say that, if you absolutely felt you need to say that, just say it to me when we were in class by ourselves. What do you?
No, he did say it to me in class by himself.
Okay, but what do you get? This is my next thing. What do you get out of saying that?
And that's what I was saying. I was like, yo, what the fuck does it matter? I'm like, what do you get? What are you talking about? Like, and I really had to get into my defense bag. Like, dude, this is a regular fucking human being. He's a regular guy. Well, I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't know what he identifies as. We literally never had that conversation.
They are a regular person.
They are regular people. You know what I'm saying? And again, this isn't like somebody that, you know, oh, I'm cool with this person for how it looks. We're Facebook friends. I know the nigga just went to the person, I want to be respectful, went to Italy and was modeling in Italy and I think is in France now, if I remember correctly. Like, good people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need to hide the fact that I know this individual. You know, I remember when JoJo came out the closet and it was the quickest shit ever. The first thing I said to him was, okay, that doesn't change. You're still my brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Long story short, you're still my brother. It doesn't fucking matter. I just don't think that because I have these relationships with these people doesn't mean I now have to fuck them.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't want to fuck them, that doesn't mean that I'm any kind of phobic. That's just not my preference. That's not how I get down. It doesn't change who they are to me as a person. It's just not my preference. It's not how I get down. Because if you're going to cost me for not sleeping with someone from the LGBTQ community, cost them for not sleeping with a heterosexual person or the opposite sex. Because they definitely be plugging people that say they're heterosexual to keep that shit under wraps. We had that conversation on the last show. But, you know, cost them for not sleeping with someone of the opposite sex or opposite identity.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. That's why it's my unpopular opinion. With that being said, Kev.
You kind of stole my unpopular opinion, to be completely honest. However, I will say this. As you know, for the past damn near long as we've known each other, I've been talking about I wanted to do like a reboot of New York Undercover. Been saying that. Malik Yoba a few years ago came and said he was going to be working on a new thing. So that was like, damn, like I'll be happy to see it because that was like literally my favorite show growing up. But I'm like, damn, I wanted to do it. When he came out with this, I was like, oh, I'm back in action. I was like, oh, I'm back in action. Only because, not because, you know, of anything he said, because I know how society is going to react to it.
Oh, yeah. He's huge now.
So I know how society is going to react to it. So either he's going to be huge or they're going to like try to get him out of the pain a little bit. You know what I mean? Which I can see it being both. I can see him here being huge right now and then kind of falling off to the wayside. Either way, in my mind, I was like, I got a chance to make this goddamn show.
This gonna be it, right?
this gonna be it. But no, I agree with you tenfold. You shouldn't have to come out and say nothing to anybody. If this is your preference or this is what you're doing, that's what you're doing. And for the people that feel like they need to chastise the people that do come out and say this, they're wrong. Right. They're wrong. For the people that are saying, oh, damn, Malik Yoba, like transgender. So fucking what? He ain't fucking you.
Right. Is he fucking a trans person and coming home and fucking you?
Right. What does it matter? What does it matter? You know what I mean? So I agree with you on unpopular opinion. The way society is right now, it's bad. It's scary. Not only is society scary, but if you look at just shit going around in the world, man, we are in scary. You say this plenty of times on the show. We are in fucking scary times.
Oh, man, I'm petrified of the time to win.
Like when you were saying it back then, we were in scary times, but now we're in scary fucking times.
Absolutely.
I will say this though, the scary times that we're in and the shit that goes on in the world, they make for good content for our story writing.
Oh, absolutely.
I tell you, I'll be pulling different pieces and making shit.
It is so much entertainment out here. It's crazy.
It really is. It really is. But no, I agree with you. You shouldn't have to say nothing to nobody.
Let the people know where they can find you at, bro.
_ Hollywood Kev. I think I figured out my Instagram.
Oh shit. _
Hollywood
Hot off the presses.
_ Hollywood Kev _ It's 2 underscores. I kept saying it was 1. It's 2. I'm thinking I might want to start a Snapchat, but then I'm like, for what? So yeah, that's where you can find me.
At Big Los IG on IG. Of course, you can find me Big Los 89. You will see a lot more from that on the Snapchat. So Big Los 89 on Snapchat. Of course, at the Noize Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and everything Beat Network on beatnetworkonline.com. Also, beatnetworkonline.com/studio. If you are a content creator, come through and make your visions become reality. We will do everything that is in our power to make sure that you reach that reality. Of course, September 13th and the 14th, we will be at the Revolt Summit in Atlanta, Georgia. So come and hang out with us. I think we're actually going to put out some material dealing with, not even material. What the hell am I talking about? Now I'm just kind of making shit up as I go. We are going to put out an announcement, in full, that we're going to be there on the Beat page, and also want to try to set up almost like a social meeting, a social gathering of ear hustlers and just Beat Network fans and any of my friends that are out there. Like, I really want to take advantage of the time they're going to be out there to really connect with folks and the people that supported us. So again, we thank you guys. We appreciate it greatly. Definitely keep supporting us because we're going to definitely keep giving you guys what you're putting behind this. As always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate the support. And as always, it's Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
It's the Noize.